Hey, my gorgeous soul tribe. Thank you for joining me. So, we're having a look today into some of the astrology, some of the tarot, some of what Spirit's saying. This is for the week of the 14th of November to the 20th. And I just want to say thank you to those that just jumped on my live I just did with Rob from Typical Skeptic. It was so nice to see Soul Tribe over there. And thank you, Lorianne, for your beautiful support as well. I saw you over at the other channel today too. So we're going to have a look into this, but I'm also going to talk about and put up some little posters that I've made that I've shared before, just because Spirit's prompting me to give this reminder, and especially going into the Christmas season as well. Hey, Ken, lovely to have you here with us too. So before we get into it, I'm just going to pop up some little reminders. So we have, oops, hold on a sec, guys. I'm looking for things that have changed a little around here. Let me just pop this up. And this is just a reminder that we have the online event coming up. So we have the new moon in Sagittarius, which will be a little bit later this week. So if you haven't already got your potion, come on over, get your potion, join us. This is a beautiful Soul Tribe event that we're having with Soul Alchemy Potions. It is a video one. We do have, when you purchase the potion, you also get sent links to all of our past events where we do kinesiology, we do some pranic healing, some light language. Each one we do letting go of things, and we also tap into meditation and a little bit of identity shifting as well. So come on over, get your potion, and I'd love to see you at the event. We also have a discount on bundles as well. So it is cheaper to save. Some people are buying them to divide them up for Christmas presents or keep them together as a whole Christmas present. So that's been beautiful to see. And we also have my bookings available. So if you come into the book your session section and you click on learn more, you can use the discount code MAGIC20 to save 20% off. So it is a special Christmas sale I'm doing just for December. And I don't usually do this, but I just wanted to give everyone a bit of a Christmas boost. So you'll see over here all of the sessions. If you go all the way down to the bottom, oh, and we have the couple session, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You'll see that there is a gift card. So if you use the word magic 20 for all of the sessions, but gift card, if you use the discount code LOVEU, LOVEU, you'll save 20% when you're purchasing a present for someone too. So I wanted to make sure that was across everything. And you'll see here, so things have been changing in terms of, we've got this weird, like one's the phone version, one's the landscapes desktop version as well. So you'll see there might be like double versions of it. Anyway, if you guys haven't already checked out the live that I just did on Typical Skeptic podcast, I do have it also streamed on my channel as well as the Angel Connections with Corbin and with Jacob, which was so much fun. And let's get into the astrology for today. And so nice to have you guys here. And it's just getting chilly again over here in Melbourne. It's really not like our normal spring weather that we have. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful solstice as well coming up shortly. I can't wait to do something with my gorgeous friends. So let's tap in and have a look into some of the astrology for this week. As I said earlier, we will also be having the new moon event. So that is getting closer to the end of the week. So let me just read some of my notes here. So this week's asking us to more be discerning, to have patience, to really kind of like feel into what's our truth. What do we feel it to be at our core? So we have a little bit of a foggy influence with Mars squaring Neptune. So you might feel like your energy is just sort of coming up, going down, kind of like riding the roller coaster, or feeling like it's waves of energy as well. So motivation can feel a little bit unclear. It might feel a little bit like some weeks or some moments we're feeling inspired, other weeks we're like, oh, I can't even drag myself out of bed. So that's the energy that we're starting the week off with. So it might not be for everyone. I'm not feeling that so far. So yeah, whatever I'm doing is repelling that energy right now. Not to say that it might not come in later, but let's hope. So anyway, this week it's really about sort of trying to go with the flow. There is a bit more of like a blurred vision when it comes to trying to sort of see and project a little bit further with on. We're only sort of seeing nearsightedly at the moment. Hey, Ben, lovely to have some Soul Tribe here with us. And we've got Lavender Sky Panther as well, and Ken, and we've got the gorgeous Lorianne And hopefully I haven't missed anyone. Stella, thank you for joining us. And sorry, your name is a little bit harder to pronounce. Chulu. And we've got Kathy as well. So anyway, it will feel like we're trying to see through a veil or through a mist a little bit this week. So just watch your boundary setting. This is really, really important, especially over energetic boundaries. So notice like where your life force, your energy might feel a little bit drained. This is also not about forcing outcomes for this week as well. So just be really aware where you're trying to push and force things from the physical. This is also where I will share some of my little posters that I've made as well on reality shifting, because this is important to work with it from this point of view, from a spiritual quantum physics philosophy, rather than like this frustrating Mars squaring Neptune energy where we're trying to force change. So anyway, this is also looking at like the things that you've been avoiding might also come up as well. So that might be a bit frustrating, a bit challenging, but it's also about like pushing like a reset button or a recalibrate button. So it's really looking at like what's important to me, what do I feel aligned with, what matters. This is also about choosing things that you feel are not just sort of like comfortable, but it's about growth. Happy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you, Ben. I can't wait to see. Yeah, that's so beautiful. So Ben had told me that that was happening. So yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, super excited. Thank you. So yeah, with this, we also had the sun tension, or we have the sun tension as well, which will be adding that inner sense of tug of war energy that we're talking about. So this is more about realizing what we need to release. So you're going to feel in this place potentially of feeling like I can't see clearly. You know, there's something that I'm not getting. There's things I'm feeling frustrated with or needing to let go of. So it's really important to have a look at what we need to recalibrate, release, let go of. This is also, we're going to have Sun trine Chiron. This is all the start of the week, by the way. So yeah, huge congratulations. Let me pop that up. So yeah, we're going to have the Sun trine with Chiron, which will bring healing, arriving with courage, which helps to replace any feelings of being stuck in the ego or even operating from the ego. So it's more kind of, we're going to be operating from a place of alignment rather than this sense of, oh my gosh, I just need to get it done now. It'll be more feeling into, what do I feel aligned with? What does my intuition feel it's pushing me towards, or gently guiding me towards as well? For some of you, it might be a bit louder. It might be like, you know, a stronger voice. So midweek, we will have where we're going to have more depth, realism, emotional truths coming up. So we have Mars move into Capricorn midweek, and the energy will start to feel a little bit more steady. So this is where feeling scattered momentum starts to feel like all of a sudden this is clearing and we're starting to tap more into our purpose. So we'll see action start to slow down. They might feel like they're coming a little bit more clear, a bit more deliberate and effective. We also will have the Scorpio moon around this midweek point. So this will bring up emotional honesty. People are just going to say it like it is. So just remember to also, you know, have a little bit of grace with that. It's also looking at, with that Scorpio energy, is looking at like what's underneath the surface in terms of emotion and things as well. So with this, have a look at like what it is that we've buried, what it is that we've tried to tuck away emotionally, or even task job wise as well. So this will be a powerful time for like more introspection, more research, more kind of like reclaiming, taking back your personal power. And what else have I written? So this might stir up just any feelings of like control or like resistance patterns. So having a look if any patterns and things are coming up, having a look at like why it is that you maybe feel that you need to have a sense of control over it. This is also looking for the potentiality of having reality checks come up around midweek as well. So it could lead to feeling a little bit like things are delayed or that we're being tested. So please have patience. Also, please don't underestimate how powerful this week is as well, because with all of this stuff being drenched up, it's actually for your growth. So there's a lot of personal growth and things that we'll find by the end of the week will come out of this. And the other thing too, and just sending healing as well to Ken. I think that's what I read in the comments. So yeah, just having a little bit of stepping back, not being so immersed in the energy of it. We also will have maybe potentially relationships feeling a little bit stretched, personal goals and commitment are what we should be focusing on. So trust is also really important for this week. In terms of like trusting yourself to make the right decision, to see clearly. It's also just be careful to not be a perfectionist. It's to kind of trust in yourself, know that you know what you're talking about, know that you've maybe perhaps like studied it, understood it, and step more into that trust with self. Whether it's relationships, whether it's around jobs, whether it's even around how you show up in the world, just about trusting yourself. This is also looking into consistency, emotional maturity. Interesting Freudian slip that I went to say emotional immaturity. So have a look at those. And by the end of the week, we'll have the perspective start to return. But definitely, so we'll have that veil kind of cleared and we'll see clearer, but it's really important to have that discernment. So if we look at it from in terms of the veil being like a lens over our eyes, we have to use the inner vision. We have to use the heart to see this week, especially for the first 2 parts of the week. So as we get into the end of the week, we will have the new moon in Sagittarius that we talked about, that we're going to have the Soul Alchemy Potions event. And this is the desire for meaning, for truth, for expansion, ideas multiplying. It'll also bring a sense of optimism starting to rise again. And that part of us that like wants or desires to reach forward. It's a very Sagittarian energy. And with this as well, just watching that we don't over exaggerate, that we don't overpromise, and not everything that excites us is meant to pull us into that direction or persuade us. So the challenge is knowing where to draw the line between faith and excess. Let our intuition guide us, but grounding is also very, very important at the moment. So this week, releasing, as we said, seeing what's illusion, seeing what's true, what's ego versus what's healing. Definitely strengthening to resolve things, to purge things is also really important. Choosing things that are going to be like long-term, long game, rather than just like instant gratification will also be what's coming up. And thank you for those just joining us as well. Hello, gorgeous Stephanie. And so yeah, what we commit to now will set the tone for the months ahead as well. So just choose with integrity, choose with your soul, choose with your heart. Don't be led by that which seems magnetic or exciting. Really see what's coming from you. A little bit what we talked about on the show with Typical Skeptic as well. It's blocking off to a lot of the external. So have a look at what's coming up for the surface this week. Let me just move on so I can share my screen with you guys. So one of the things that I wanted to revisit that we have talked about previously that just feels super, super important to talk about again as a little reminder with the astrology this week. And we have my little chart that I made. So this was one of the ones that I made for Soul Alchemy Potions. And this is really about training your body how to feel. So if we look into our physical body, being kind of similar to, I think his name's Ray Brenhan. I might be getting Ray Behan, who also has trained with the likes of Dr. Joe Dispenza and things. He gave this really good analogy at a meditation workshop that I was at, I think it was last weekend. Anyway, he talked about having a lake and having a factory that's on the lake. And this lake, if we can use that as an analogy for polluting straight into the water. And I sort of, the way that I received that information was looking at the body, and we are mainly based, with water. So if we look at, we keep replaying these toxic emotions, these toxic thought forms and things, we're programming our water, we're programming ourselves for that to be the reality of which we're experiencing. So if we think about when we're in those negative thought forms or spirals, hitting that override button, like I've talked about for the last couple of years, and choosing, all right, what do we want to feel instead? So we really have to train the body what it is that we want to program, what it is that we would like to feel. That programs into the water. This entrains and connects with the plasma field around us as well. and helps to not only produce better feelings, better emotions, raising the vibration as well, because we know that that's also super important, but it also starts to help us to not only embody it, but to attract it. So let's just go over this little chart. So number one, identifying what is lacking. So what's coming up for us? What don't we have right now? Writing that down. You can pause this later and go back to it or replay it. Number two, what do you wish to feel instead? So how would it look? How would this feel? How would it sound to you to have ... what it is that you desire? Number three, embody the feeling. So with your hand on your heart and your belly, breathing into that new feeling, that new emotion. So say, for example, it's this feeling around, I don't feel sure of myself. I don't feel confident. So instead of dwelling on that, or even sometimes trying to look for the trauma of it, because sometimes we've done that work and we need to move on. So this is a bit of a speedier version. So it is more on sort of like creating the opposite of that emotion that you're feeling. So really tapping in, seeing yourself in a time that you were feeling confident or supercharged up. And the next little one I have for you is shifting your attention. So your thoughts are your alchemy that create your reality. So this was another little one we've used, Soul Alchemy Potions. So say, for example, if you're feeling lack, stepping into gratitude. If you're feeling shame, tapping into where you've perhaps felt proud. If you're feeling fear, tapping into love. Guilt, tapping into compassion. Or feeling stuck, tapping into expansiveness and freedom. So we've got on the bottom the limiting emotions, and then we've got expansive emotions. So limiting emotions will always be lower in frequency and vibration, and the other expansive ones are more where we actually tap in and start to create that positive outcome, that positive reality. Oh, Ken. Oh, you're so sweet. Sorry, I was so busy going on. I didn't see that. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you very much. And hopefully you and your beautiful family have a good Christmas as well. I'm sure they will. So the next thing that I want to share with you guys is the steps to shift the frequency. Now, this is also why I created and am still creating the hypnotic subliminal meditations, because this is the one thing that we can do to actually really fast track and reprogram the subconscious mind, which is that monkey mind, to affect and shape reality and change things at a deep, deep level. So we have on the top of it reprogramming your subconscious while you sleep. So working with subliminals, affirmations, subliminal tapes, while you sleep or going off to sleep. So I've done a little bit of combined the reprogram aspect with the hypnosis, hypnotic aspect. So in the meditations that I will be releasing shortly, you will see that there is hypnosis, there's binaural beats, there's isotronic beats, and affirmation. So I've taken the best of everything that creates the fastest, deepest change and shift, and the things that the subconscious will take on as new belief systems. And I'm working with putting that all into meditation to help us all to be able to shift our reality. So I just wanted to remind you guys that too. You can work with mind movies. That's another great one, breathwork meditation. You guys can pause this and sort of zoom in and take more note, because I do want to get into some of the cards for today. But just know that these are really, really important things to work with for this week. All right, let's have a look. Oh, and thank you, Lorianne, for that reminder. Yeah, I appreciate all of the love you guys are sharing. Oh, and I can see part of my deck has flipped. Let me just turn that around, shuffle back in. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did show on the last week's show just a little bit of a sample of the heart, hypnotic subliminal. And some of these are still trying to come out the other way. Let me see what we've got with them. I feel like they're wanting to come out. Okay. So with this energy for this week ahead, we have a lot. So we've got the 3 of disc, we've got the Princess of disc, the 7 of cups, Wheel of Fortune, 4 of cups, adjustment, and success. So this is pretty much in alignment with what we've been talking about for this week as well. Oh, I've got some people here doing yard work, and my partner is walking around somewhere as well. So not to worry. We were just joking the other day when he didn't realize I was filming one time, and he came up on the window at night, and you guys were so beautiful and protective, telling me there was an intruder. So yeah, I nickname him Bigfoot now. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just meeting the most beautiful people in person too. The crystal shop is amazing. So the first one we have is 3 of disc. So with this is a fire that cannot be extinguished by water. So if we're looking at this in terms of like what Spirit was talking about and what we can also see with the things that are coming up with emotions and everything from this week, sorry, guys, just checking. All good. I just had to check my phone for a second. So yeah, what we're seeing come up with the Aries energy of Princess of Disc, this to me is really looking at like what is programming us. We did talk about feelings and thoughts and water and emotion as well. So with this, what is it that we have as our emotional set point? What do we already believe about ourselves? And where is it that we can start to reality shift? So with this beautiful Princess of Disc, not only does she have this disc with the yin yang, she has the wand. So everyone tells her that like her reality, the trees should look like this, they should be upward. And she's like, no, pretty much stuff that. This is what I'm programming and broadcasting in my reality. So we are seeing a lot of letting go of the Scorpio energy that we talked about. There it is down the bottom. So letting go of all of the heavier emotions, letting go of all the emotional toxins, thought forms, belief. This is more about alignment as well. So with the Destiny card, the Wheel of Fortune, this is more about tapping into those expansive, beautiful emotions and feelings that we were talking about and tapping into what we're sensing beyond the veil, because we've got the Four of Cups come up. And the Four of Cups traditionally in the Rider-Waite deck is the 3 at the front and that one hand from Spirit coming through to be like, I'm trying to show you something. It's just not in the physical. So really paying attention to what is coming through in a greater sense from beyond the veil. It may be a new job opportunity. It may be a new way to perceive yourself in reality. And just trying to catch up with your comments, guys. And then we've got the adjustment, which is the Justice card as well. So with this is Libra energy. For me, it's also about this journey, like on a spiritual level, going from the 3D into 4th and 5D. So a lot of what's happening in terms of like our old stuff being broken down emotionally, this is also looking at like, who do we want to be? Who do we want to embody, especially going into this next year? So we've got the card of success, 6 of disc, beautiful Taurus energy. We have this beautiful Mary Magdalene Christ consciousness energy with this as well. And let me see if Spirit can give us any advice. I feel like we've already sort of gone over the advice stuff. So yeah, if you guys were in my class right now, I'd be like, let's get out a pen and paper. Let's write down all of the things that are bugging us, all of the things that we wish that we could change right now, and what would we choose instead? It's really that simple. And then starting to embody those feelings and emotions of having that, what it would already feel like. So let's have a look in and see what Spirit is saying. And I also feel like on a collective level, especially with some of the things happening here in Australia at the moment, it's a lot about seeing through the veil of lies. Because we've got some stuff happening in media. I won't get into it. And I'll just say my heart goes out to some of the families and things that are actually affected. Okay, yeah. So Spirit is also backing us up with talking about that. So we have the Tower card, the 9 of Swords, we have the 10 of Swords. So we're seeing things that are quite horrific potentially coming up this week. So we've already had that happen here in Australia. Interesting that I just felt guided to talk about it. We've got an 8 of Coins. So it's about moving our attention. And it's interesting. Spirit showing me a billboard and they're talking about, it's like, we need to sort of place our intention. It's interesting in like inner intention internally, really, rather than being distracted by a lot of the stuff happening. So we've got, this is where we're going to create more movement. We've got 8 of discs. We've got a 4 of wands, which is a completion. So there's almost like a spiritual test or challenge that we're having right now where something is trying to hijack, pull us into drama, pull us into fear, pull us into tower moments, which also might be connected to do with our sovereignty, is what we're also seeing. And I love that, Gisela. Thank you. Yes, look beyond the distractions. And we've got Page of Coins. So, what is it that we wish to choose to look at or put our attention and focus on instead? So, yeah, definitely hijack our energy. So, we've got King of Wands. Spirit is telling us to put our attention onto spiritual development right now. So, spiritual discernment as well. So, this is the utmost important message for this week at the moment. So, really looking at what we would like to choose in terms of our reality, spiritual discernment, and we've got Queen of Swords. So, we know that she takes the mask off, she speaks her truth, she has this beautiful kind of like sense of authority. Definitely. Ben, you just summarized it. Amazing. So be informed and keep moving forward spiritually. So I just want to send my love and gratitude to you guys and say thank you so much for joining me. We will pick an oracle card as well. But yeah, if anyone would like to go one-on-one in a personal reading, I think I have a couple of sessions left for just before Christmas. So you still have a chance to make it in before Christmas. Please use the discount code MAGIC20 to save 20% on your readings. This is for the whole month of December. You can even purchase and lock in further out into the year if you wish as well. And what is it? Discount code for gift cards is Love You. So LOVEU. And oh my gosh, Lorianne, you're amazing. Thank you. And Lorianne has reminded me about the potions too. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got ashwagandha. So we know that ashwagandha is also one of those beautiful herbs, or should I say roots, that helps to kind of like get us into this place of modulation. If we've got too much of something, it balances things out. So it's an adaptogen. So we see here we have the sun and the moon, and we also have north node and moon being the alchemical embodiment of this plant. So we know north node is helping us to go after and live our purpose in the world. Yeah, it's a beautiful herb, isn't it? And then we've got all these little chakra seals. We also see here the moon. So this is number 54 for those of you that have this at home. And I know Jody B's got this one. So let's have a look. I saw her post, I think it was today, with them. Okay, so with this, it's about finding divine purpose, which is our Dharma, finding the future self, receiving the divine gift. So this is what we were talking about before in terms of like seeing beyond the veil, starting to like embody. So for over 4,000 years, ashwagandha has been one of the world's leading adaptogenic herbs. Due to its profound ability to restore and rejuvenate the body, mind, spirit, ashwagandha means the smell of the horse. I did not know that. Ashwagandha meaning horse and gandha meaning smell. And it offers you the strength and stamina of a horse while nourishing the female and male reproductive system. The Latin species name is somnifera, meaning sleep-inducing, so emphasizing its relaxing and restorative properties. In Ayurvedic, ashwagandha belongs to the subcategory of herbs called Medhaya Rasyanas, which also means intellect, mental power, and Rasyanas, meaning rejuvenating. So Soma, the ambrosia of immortality, is also what it's known as. So traditionally, ashwagandha is used to tone and strengthen and to revitalize. Awesome. Thank you, Larianne. Hey, Jody B. Did you see my little lion, witch, and wardrobe thing I posted? I don't think I posted it on my main page. It might be on Hunted Antiques. But yeah, Jody and I have been in sync this week with the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or last week, and with these cards as well. So with this, it's about energizing and calming simultaneously, maximizing the body's ability to reserve and sustain vital energy levels. So promoting a sound of restful sleep, ashwagandha is ruled by the sun and the moon. It is strengthening and regulating. So it's also immunoprotective, anti-aging, mood boosting embodiment of energetics of the solar archetype. Oh, cool. And at the same time, it provides restful sleep, deep relaxation, nervous system nourishment, and restoration. So, all of which are embodied by lunar archetype. The nodes in noon in Ayurvedic astrology symbolize karmic trajectory Rahu and the North Node. So, it has a meaning, a message from our future self. So, it's our destiny, it's what we are learning in this soul lifetime. K2 or the South Node containing our karmic inheritance as well. Definitely brings peace to the body. It's such a beautiful adaptogen. So, the guidance message for this little one, and I've read the whole thing today. I don't usually, but I felt like we needed to know the physical adaptogenic properties. So, ashwagandha, like the North Node, mirrors the potentials of our divine purpose, also known as Dharma. In Sanskrit, ashwagandha contains both solar and lunar adaptogenic, yet the deep relaxive qualities of the moon and such of relaxation, lucidity, and expanded consciousness. So, ashwagandha reminds us, and that's a beautiful mirror for what we're talking about shifting into and creating for ourselves this week as well, is that expanded state of consciousness. So, ashwagandha reminds us that this is not necessarily to fully and entirety to know your purpose in order to pursue it. So when you're living in alignment, and we had the alignment card, the Wheel of Fortune show up, remember? So it becomes a cohesive expression, therefore granting a feeling of wholeness and completion. Perhaps you are not clear on your desired outcome, so your efforts feel unfocused and purposelessness. Even if you're lost touch with why, remain open to the mystery of the journey, stay focused and playful, and keep following the signs. So, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Everything that you need is in the description box below. And thank you again to Ken for that beautiful Christmas gift. That was such a sweet, sweet thing. And I hope you and Kyla have the most amazing Christmas. All right. Well, I love you guys so much. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.